Underwood. Thin ice!
So I can't knock down a triple here. Woo, okay. Didn't even miss a shot this entire time, so take that. This better be good for the team.
Oh,
I thought for sure.
there it is. Boom! Yes!
All right, Illini Basketball Podcast, episode 287. Number 2. Take away the 287. Sidney Crosby, Reggie Wayne. Nice. I don't know. Stupid. Illinois coming off a win on Saturday night in Philadelphia. I had the place wrong the entire time in the previews. So that was good.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah, I kind of thought that somebody said that it was the same place as where they played last time, and I thought that was true. Do they both start with a P?
I don't know. I think the other places where they play volleyball or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was at the Palestra where Penn plays, where old Fran's at these days. So
yeah, he was there.
He was there. Yeah. Brad said they saw him before the game, and he was very excited to be back at Penn coaching, where he played basketball there. So
wouldn't be surprised if Illinois plays Penn in a non-conference while he's there at some point.
Yeah, I don't know how long Fran plans on doing. I don't know if this is like a one and done, like just final
I think he'll be there
ride.
forever.
Yeah, until he dies.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Illinois beats Penn State by 8. I think some people thought it'd be a little bit bigger. Illinois' shooting was horrendous. Big part of it. Wagler also was in some foul trouble. But player of the game, David Mirkovic, both going with him. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. Only played 26 minutes in this game. But just the way he attacked the boards, I believe he had 5 offensive rebounds. So, he kind of stepped up this game when other guys, Tommy in particular, couldn't rebound the ball. But yeah, David had another good game, another double-double.
Yeah, I think the final score is not a reflection. I should have paused longer when I did the episode by myself. That would have made the episode longer.
Yeah, that would have been fantastic because I love it. I love it when you do it when I'm here with you.
It's like an overnight radio trick that they would just pause for a long time and then they'd like pretend that they had more callers than they had. But anyway, we can get into that later. Mirkovic, just the court vision is very apparent when he has the ball. Like you never know where he's going to. And we have this conversation pretty much every episode about him. But good game for him. I mean, the game was not as close as the score. I think Illinois is much, much, much better than Penn State, and I think that was pretty apparent in the entire game. Penn State started to make some shots in the second half. They had 39 points in the second half after 26 in the first half. Illinois was not making shots, which they did early. Illinois came out and made some shots early. I'd like to see what their 3-point percentage was after the first 10 minutes because I imagine it was much better in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. 22%, 6 of 27 for the game, though. You had Wagler, who went 1 for 5, Boswell 2 for 5, Mirkovic 0 for 3. Tommy took 1 3, went 0 for 1, went 0 for 3 on the day. Then you had Jake Davis 1 for 5.
Jake was feeling it after the last game.
He was. I mean, he's not afraid to shoot. You got to give him that. So, I think you kind of saw like a slowdown in this offense when Wagler got in foul trouble. He got 2 pretty early. Brad sat him for an extended period of time. Usually Brad doesn't even let you back in if you get 2 fouls in the first half, but I think he saw the strain that the offense was going through, put him back in there. He ended up getting his 3rd foul, and then got a pretty ticky-tack one. Brad called it almost comical, his 4th foul. Him and another guy were going for the ball. Didn't even look like anybody touched anybody. Ended up calling Wagler for a foul on that one. But Wagler plus 17 in the 20 minutes he played. So, again, it's kind of crazy how this offense runs so much different when he's playing the point. But there's going to be times where, I think we saw it early. Wagler, was foul heavy in the exhibition game. Brad told him that he needs to clean it up, but found a way to win on the road. Can't complain too much. Jake Davis, the only guy that was minus minutes, by the way. Not that I'm trying to hate on Jake Davis or anything.
Kind of seems like you are. I don't know. I think that you come away from this game, obviously fine. You win. You had to do it. You're a little concerned that the offense looks the way it does without a freshman in there. I know he's pretty much their best player, but I think that's a little concerning when you have Boswell and Stojakovic and Tommy on the floor and they can't do anything. I think shot making is also a big part of it. And you're going to need Tommy to start doing it consistently. Like, you can't have games where he has no points in 3.
Yeah, and it's not like guys didn't get looks. I mean, they got looks. Shots didn't fall. Brad has harped on that forever. You got to get offensive rebounds. When shots aren't falling, you got to play better defense. I don't know if you have to play great defense against Penn State anyways. They're just not a good team. But they are hanging in there with Michigan right now. So without, I believe, Mingo, which Mingo was their leading scorer in this game with 16 points. But yeah, Petrovic got a little time because of Wagler. I don't think he did anything great. He had a steal and assist. Brandon Lee, I think, got in before him once again.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But yeah, I think the question is what's wrong with Tommy right now? He only played 17 minutes in this game. Like I said, he was 0 for 3. He only had 2 rebounds. He did have a steal. Brad did point out that Penn State was doubling him the whole game, so it made it a little bit harder on him. But still, Tommy would pass out of that so easily last year, and it doesn't seem like he has that step yet. I don't know what's going on, but Brad doesn't seem scared. So should Illinois fans be scared?
I don't think fans are ever rational, really. So
Right.
I'm not that worried. I think he'll figure it out. I think he's too good. He's already played a year in college basketball. He should know what it's like, and maybe he feels a little weirder. Has a different routine now that his brother's with him.
His brother's there. Yeah, it might be. Big Z, 6 points, 2 for 4, 1 for 3 from 3, 10 rebounds for him, 5 blocks, 23 minutes. Continuing to be just dominant on defense. He seems to be able to track so well and get those blocks. Brad did say, because I think he did get a question. I couldn't really hear the guys asking questions, but it was about Tommy. And he said Tommy had 3 blocks last game. So, I mean, again, he's not worried about him. He trusts him. Brad did say that he needs to learn how to play them both together more. So we might see a little bit of that against Rutgers, who isn't very good on the interior. So
if you do that, though, you're going to have 1 in, 1 out, right? Or 1 high, 1 low.
I would think. I mean, I think that Rutgers is a team where you can kind of pound in the middle, but
I don't know if either of those guys are that, though.
Right. I think Tommy can be. I think that's what Tommy needs to get back to get more comfortable, or at least some mid-range in his game.
Say let Mirkovic do it against Rutgers.
There you go.
Pass out of it like Jokic. Ever since that announcer said that was Jokic, I want to continue to make that comp, even though it's ridiculous. But also, there's some stuff there.
Bootzilla says, feel like T is trying to recover from his early season injury. not to make excuses for him. Yeah, he just looks like I don't know, and that's just kind of Tommy. He doesn't look in the games right now.
Well, I would say to Bootzilla that he doesn't have to make an excuse for Tommy because I will.
Fair enough. Are we going to see the big T we saw last year? Bob says. Yeah, I think we will. I think he's going to have a good game against Rutgers. Honestly,
he's going to have 18 and 10 against Rutgers.
Finkel says, I don't know why they were sending 2 when Tommy is only strong enough to post from 10 feet away from the basket. I mean, Tommy's got more in his bag than that. Finkel, come on. Speaking of Finkel, the producer said, would you dork Stojakovic as an opposing coach? And if you don't know what dork means, it means like not play defense behind the 3, not guard him behind the 3, kind of like how people do with Cohen Carr. 21.6% from 3 on 37 attempts this year. He's 13% over the last 5 games, 2 for 15. My answer, absolutely, I would. I mean, he's so good at getting to the basket. There's no way that I don't just stuff the paint and just don't let him get there. I got to say that shot he hit before the shot clock went off, that turnaround jumper was probably the prettiest shot I've seen this year.
He's going to score anyway, so go ahead and do it. I mean, he wasn't a good 3-point shooter at Cal or Stanford.
Never was, yeah.
Above 30%. This is way off of what he's been. But on the flip side, he shot less than 50% from 2 in those 2 years, and he's at 63% this year. And he almost has as many attempts as he had his freshman year, where he shot 138 attempts, made 65. That's 47%. You look at this year's 68 makes on 108 attempts, that's 63%. So there's a give and take, but he's going to score even if they do that to him. So go ahead. He'll just pull up mid-range jump. I mean, he makes the toughest shots of anybody on this team by a mile. So they can do whatever they want. But wait till he gets hot from 3. Coaches are not going to be feeling too good. Wait till he gets hot. I mean, this is a guy who last 2 games in the Cal uniform, 3 for 6, 4 for 7 from 3.
He had a game where he made like 4 of 6 or something this year, right?
Father is one of the 25 greatest 3-point shooters of this century.
Yes. Father did not teach him how to shoot the basketball, though.
Bizarre. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Also, Peja refuses to wear Illini gear, right? Haven't seen him in any of that.
Yeah, he's not one of those people.
It's messed up. Michael Jordan wore it. You're not above that.
He thinks he is, I guess. Illinois did out rebound Penn State 48-37. Illinois did give up 14 offensive rebounds. Penn State had more offensive rebounds than Illinois did.
Well, when you throw up bricks, I mean, you're gonna get those long rebounds.
That's true. It's true.
And when you take
saying what's
38 threes.
I don't know why Tim Hanks is talking. Get him out of here. Can we ban him yet?
It's Fred John talking.
Send Peja IVP hoodie.
We should do that.
You get somebody find us his address. Like that's
we'll send to the school and say it's for Peja.
For Peja. Free throw shooting was good this game. 23 of 28, 82%. Also, we didn't talk about Boswell. Boswell was actually the leading scorer. 18 points, 5 for 13, 2 for 5 from 3. Perfect from the line, 6 for 6, 4 rebounds, just 1 turnover. No assists from Boswell this game. When your point guard was down, when Wagler only played 20 minutes, Boswell took that spot over and he didn't make 1 assist. Don't love that.
It's concerning.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with that.
I just got one quote from Brad. The producer kind of talked about it in the text messages, but basically, Brad, quote, "It's a road win. It's really, really hard to get, and you don't give them back. When the ball doesn't go in, how do we have to grow and win? We did it with our defense. We did it with out rebounding. We did it at the foul line. We did it with our offensive rebounding. Now we have 17 more. It's a grind, and glad we got out of Philly with a win." Dog
Absolutely.
is going crazy.
That's a good point by him, by Brad.
That's right. I mean, it's tough on the road in the Big Ten. So, Jeffrey, what's up? I'm late. Somebody needs to get Tommy fired up. He plays like he has cement in his shoes. It's a mental problem. Maybe we need team psychiatrists on the road with Tommy. Maybe they shouldn't have got rid of. Maybe his superpowers were in his tonsils. They shouldn't have got rid of him.
Should have kept KJ for him.
True. But yeah, win, like I said, I think they were like a 16.5 point favorite, won by 8. It's on the road. It was kind of a 4-point swing there at the end, too. Illinois missed a layup. Penn State made a layup with no time left. So basically a 12-point win if you really look at it. Can't help the metrics, though, only winning by 8.
Yeah. Can I make a point real quick since I brought up last year's team kind of? I
mean, do I get to say no to that or
no?
Okay.
The win over Xavier in the tournament last year is one of my favorite wins of the last 3 years, and I don't think that we even really think about it at all throughout the Underwood era. I thought it was a fun win. I don't know. I just feel like maybe I didn't appreciate it enough when it happened.
Great point. I'm glad you made it.
And they were making a lot of shots. It was a good time. KJ and Will Riley and Tommy, and wow, this team maybe gets to the Sweet 16. That's kind of maybe why we didn't care as much about it, because they got to the Elite 8 last year. They got to get to the Sweet 16 this year, and now they're playing Kentucky. But that Xavier one was a good time.
It was a good time.
Yeah,
fun times. Cheesang says Z needs more minutes. To be honest, 23, I think is fine. I don't think you want to throw Big Z out there for 30 minutes. I just don't. He's going to end up taking 8 threes if you do that. He's going to make 2 of them, and then you're going to be like, man, he needs to play less minutes.
His threes look so how does he even ever make one? He just throws it up.
Yeah, I wish that he wouldn't shoot any, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but I
hate his shot.
What's he shooting? 37%. So
okay, all right. Well, he can keep taking them then.
It's exactly. He shot 37% all 3 years of college basketball. He played a lot more last year than the year before, and this year he's playing a little less in terms of minutes percentage, but he makes threes. I don't know.
Jeffrey's trying to bring Dane Danger back, or
some other boys
Dane. Some other Dane. All right. Stat of the day. Keaton Wagler is currently ranked 5th best freshman in the country by evanmaya.com. I don't know why my dog's acting like this. Evaluation based on Bayesian performance ratings. Is that right?
Yeah, that's not how you say it, but yeah.
Okay, thanks. BPR is what I'm going to say. Thanks. That measures the overall player value using box score totals, advanced on-off, plus-minus data, and historical information. Behind only Cam Boozer, AJ DiBiansta. How do you say his name? Anyways, that guy over at BYU. Kingston Flemings, where's he at?
He is at St. John's.
Okay. And Caleb Wilson. Merkovich comes in at 13th.
I made that up, by the way. He is at Houston.
Okay. All right, great. You watched him play tonight against Texas Tech.
So that's 3 very well-known 5-stars. I don't know what Flemings was, but I do need to watch more college basketball than I have been. I will say, I've been watching, but not as much as this is the least I've watched in a really long time.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't know what it is about this year, but the holidays are over. Big Ten season's officially starting.
That helps. Conference.
I think we're going to start locking in here. So bear with us if you were getting ready to leave us. Just say that.
Seems like they might be.
They might be.
one freshman not on there is Darren Peterson from Kansas, who has not played very much, unfortunately. He's played 5 games, but he's been really, really good when he has played. I mean, he had 26 against UCF in a game that they lost. By the way, I was talking about on the solo episode, I said that was a big spot for UCF at home, and they get it done over Kansas. They're now 12-1, only lost to Vanderbilt. Interesting developing story. It's really unfortunate what the Big 12 has become. Like before I won't train wreck us too much, but real quick, the Big 12 is an embarrassment. And you know what? We'll wrap around to that later.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Mirkovic 13th though on that list. Pretty cool to have 2 top 15 freshmen. Not afraid to say it.
There's video surfaced of Brad talking to some Serbian summer camp, where he's presumably blasting Kerry Booth. He said that he couldn't process the game. He would jump to block a shot as it's going through the hoop. He said he was one of the greatest players you'd ever see. When he was out there by himself, but you put 9 other guys around him, he wouldn't know what to do. Kind of crazy for him to talk about something, but I guess he left. So I don't blame him. I guess I don't know if Brad ever thought this would come out. He said he admits to having last year's point guard question Brad's decision to even play Kerry. He said that he would come over and say, like, really, are we doing this bad that we got to play this guy?
I think it was KJ. I know that you think it was Boswell. I think it was KJ.
I didn't put that. Producers thought it was Boswell.
Producer's a moron. I think it was KJ.
I'm guessing it. I don't know.
Also, like, that is bad for a GM's kid, like a former player GM's kid to that. Like, that's bad.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. I think it's weird that Brad brought this up. I mean, I guess he's trying to.
I'm sure Tom Izzo does the same type of shit.
Tom Izzo supposedly said that Baker, whatever his name is the
USC
biggest. Yeah, Baker Mazzaro, is that his name?
Yeah, Chad Baker
is the biggest flopper in the game when he literally has the biggest flopper in the game on his team.
I'm all for coaches talking shit about Chad Baker Mazzaro. The guy's like my age and he's playing college basketball.
He's older than you.
Is he?
Pretty sure.
No way.
How old are you now?
26.
I think he's 28, isn't he?
No, I think he's 25.
Why did he even sign him? We don't know.
He's 25. Nice try. I'm older than this loser. Okay. But I mean, props to Tom Izzo. I brought him up, but like, it's kind of amazing that Michigan State is like really, really good still and much better than they were like 3 years ago. He kind of had a couple years where they weren't very good, and now they're like really good again, which kind of sucks for us, but also I think it's good for college basketball.
All right.
I'm trying to decipher what Jeffrey said there. I don't really.
Bob Johnson says Booth is having a pretty good year at Colorado State.
That's not a thinking school, obviously. Just roll the ball out and
it's Colorado State, yeah.
Especially with Nico Medved gone, which Minnesota. I'm surprised. We'll talk about them later, I guess.
How does his phone or whatever he's on just change GM to Gmail?
Gmail. He pressed the button. Who knows? I mean, props. Good for Booth. He's found something. I mean, he's playing 20 to 30 minutes a night there.
Yeah, it's just
almost 50% from 3.
I would love to know what Brad thought when he found out that that's now on Twitter. Like, do you think he cares?
The first one of these in the Brad era, I think. I didn't even know if it was real. I didn't look at any of the text last night.
I mean, it was an actual video.
Well, Elon ruined Twitter, as we know, but like every time I go to pull up the podcast Twitter, it takes so long to load things on here. So I like don't even look at it anymore.
Yeah, Twitter's brutal. Like I was just trying to share this and I couldn't find it unless I went to our page.
My normal account's fine. It's just the podcast account sucks.
Fix it, Elon. All right. Illinois plays Thursday at home, right?
Yeah. Yep. At home against Rutgers. Rutgers won last night, didn't they? Beat Oregon?
Yeah, in overtime. Shouldn't have needed overtime. They kind of got screwed, but
They're 153rd on KenPom, 88-85 win last night in overtime over Oregon. In spite of the reemergence of Linsanity, apparently. Wei Lin, 23 points, 6 made threes. I assume he plays for Oregon.
excuse me? I don't know who that is, but
Wei Lin, 23 points. Man, they had Oregon loses a game where they get 28 out of Biddle, 14 and 13 out of Evans, and 23 out of Wei Lin.
Yeah.
He shoots 29% from three, 6 for 12 last night. But Rutgers is 8-7, 1-3 in the Big Ten. This is a team that lost to Central Connecticut by 13. They lost to Tennessee by 25, Notre Dame by 5. They lost to Purdue by 16. That was at the rack. And they lost to Michigan by 41. They lost to Seton Hall. This is a rivalry game by 23. Lost to Ohio State by 7. This is their first Big Ten road game since the Michigan game. They've played 4 Big Ten games, and 3 of them have been at home. And they've taken advantage of that opportunity by going 1-2.
They did beat Fran's Penn team by 1.
They did, yeah. This is a Rutgers team that is bad, and certainly the worst team Peichel has had maybe in his entire time there. But if you look back at the first couple of years, it's first 3 years they were under 500. I think we might be looking at that again. I mean, this would be 3 years in a row of under 500. I don't know at what point do you have the conversation. I mean, I've always been a defender of Peichel, but last year was tough to excuse. And now you look at this year, it just seems like Rutgers is kind of a different version of Illinois. Was at a time where you had like bad teams in the 2010s for the most part. You bring in this coach who gets you going. In 2020, they would have made the tournament. Illinois would have made the tournament. They had 2 guys that kind of came in and saved their program, which is Geo Baker and Ron Harper Jr. Illinois had Io and Kofi. The difference is Illinois has more resources and a much bigger emphasis on athletics than Rutgers, it appears, and more money to spend. And Brad has kind of sustained it, whereas Peichel has not been able to, despite the fact that, I mean, they did get 2 of the top 3 freshmen in the country last year going into the season. Yeah. So I don't know what their NIL situation is, but they definitely spent last year. And this year, it just isn't working. And I think part of that is their offense is an atrocity. And when your offense is an atrocity, they're one of the worst teams in the country in 2-point percentage and effective field goal percentage, which, like, if you're a power conference school and you're 300th in something on offense like that, you're probably pretty bad. And their defense isn't very good either. They give up 101 to Michigan, which I think a lot of teams would, to be fair. Yeah. They gave up almost 70 points to a Central Connecticut team that is 260th in the country, although they do have 2 power conference wins this year. They beat Boston College as well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Central Connecticut lost to LIU, and we saw what LIU was. So this Rutgers team is bad. They don't really do anything well, except for it seems like teams don't get to the free throw line a ton against them. But then you look at Oregon, and they got their 16 attempts. Although Rutgers 34 attempts from the free throw line, a little bit of a ref show, huh? But no, I think this is a great matchup for Illinois in the sense that they should roll them. And this will be their first Big Ten home win of the year if they win, because they lost to Nebraska. And they would be 3-1, and then they have a massive game on Sunday against Iowa, which we won't look ahead. But, Illinois comes in number 3 efficiency offense. You look at the overall actual efficiency number, and this is Brad's best offense of his Illinois career so far. Wow. Obviously, that can change, but this is higher than his number 1 ranked offense at Oklahoma State, which is 126. This is 126.8. 2 years ago was 125.5.
Does the producer think nobody's going to score between now and when we get down to that, or?
I looked at that earlier and I thought kind of the same thing, but we'll read those ones off.
All right.
I was about to start a little scout in.
It's already started.
Oh,
I try. 6-3.
I just saw McCollum and I was like, whoa.
6-3 currently. Iowa is losing to Minnesota.
I was going to have an extra day off over Illinois. That's kind of weird that Illinois has to play Thursday and Sunday. That could play a factor. But no, Rutgers
11 a.m. on Sunday, too. You know how Illinois loves those early games.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Illinois is better than Rutgers, and Illinois should beat Rutgers. So.
Yeah, it shouldn't be much of a game. I don't think that we're predicting that's going to be much of a game, but we'll see. You got any players to watch? I put down Tommy and Emmanuel Ogboli of Rutgers, which is their starting center. Tommy's got to start doing something. Ogboli only played 18 minutes against Oregon, but was in foul trouble. But like you said, Nate Biddle went off. He had 28 against them. Rutgers doesn't have much on the interior for defense. I'd like to see Tommy get something closer to the basket, maybe some mid-range. Then he can start shooting some threes, but try to get him going a little bit.
I want to take the angle of a guy who has scored 30 points twice this year for Rutgers, and that's Tariq Francis. Doesn't
Coming
start.
off the bench, yeah.
Hasn't been starting. He hasn't started 5 of their last 6 after starting to begin the year. 30 points. Now, he is a pretty big get to the free throw line guy, and he does shoot 87% from the free throw line, but he had 30 points, 10 of 15 from 2. He doesn't really shoot the free ball that well, 33%. It's a good spot for Boswell to play some defense. So I think we'll see how Francis plays against that. And then for Illinois, I mean, Tommy is the right pick, but I'll go with Andrei Stojakovic, who I think could have a big game here. I don't know how Rutgers is going to approach him. Look at Rutgers' size. They're, like you said, they're not, overly big. They have Emmanuel Ogboli, who's the one who you picked, and is the big man there. So there's not much outside of that.
I think that Bryce Dortch is like 6'10". I think he ended up playing more than Ogboli against Oregon, but
he had 5 blocks against Penn.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Again, I think Illinois should be able to handle this Rutgers team pretty easily. Predictions. I'm going to go Illinois wins 89-68. Ken Pum has Illinois 84-62. Ethan has
89. Nope, that's yours.
Nope.
83-57.
I don't think Illinois is going to score more than 83 points. They got to get hot from 3. You know it's coming.
Who knows? I don't know.
We don't have any Rutgers Mulcahy to be annoying against us anymore, Chisang says. Tommy's like my dorm room iron running out of steam. Oof. Jeffrey says, time Brad takes off the kid gloves with Tommy. Biggest disappointment of the season so far. Hummer and Davis are a huge leap above Tommy right now.
That's just making like player comps for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, I think everybody needs to see Tommy have a good game. I think that Illinois fans are starting to Illinois fan on Tommy a little bit. He hasn't been like god awful. I mean, he wasn't great against Penn State. I get it, but he's still going to have really good games, and Illinois needs him. So, time to figure it out. All right, around the Big Ten. He's checking his watch. Three remaining undefeateds left in conference play: Michigan, Purdue, and Nebraska. Michigan versus Penn State going on right now. Iowa versus Minnesota. Scores: Minnesota 6, Iowa 3. Still, I guess it would have been the same. Sorry, producer. Michigan is up 40-34 right now. Only up 6 on Penn State. So, and also Penn State without Mingo. Did Yoxel play? Is he playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, because I know he was game time decision. So.
Also, Louisville is up 9 on Duke at the half.
My dog's chewing something up. Hold
on. Nebraska is 4-0 in the Big Ten. 19-game win streak dating back to last year's longest in the country, up to 10 in the AP. They're 11th in the net as well, top 20 in Ken Palm. Nebraska player gets technical for gun gesture at Fears, who was shot 2 years ago. That's fucked up. Same player travel against Ohio State for the game winner against Ohio State. I did predict that I think Indiana will beat Nebraska on Saturday. It's just a perfect spot for Indiana. I will have just no thoughts at all in a positive direction on Indiana if they don't beat Nebraska on Saturday, because it's just like such a good setup for them. It's an 11 a.m. game. It's at Indiana. Nebraska has been playing with fire, as much as you can play with fire against a good team like Michigan State and, barely beating Ohio State, but they were a dog in that game for some reason, which makes no sense at all. But I would be surprised if Indiana doesn't beat Nebraska. And usually I'm pretty good at these types of predictions. People may forget that I took Ohio State over Purdue a couple years ago in that Diebler interim year, and you said no way, and it happened. So Indiana's going to beat Nebraska on Saturday. That's a lock. And then the producer wants us to talk shit about Iowa. Beat UCLA by 13. Maybe not. I read that wrong.
Yeah.
Losses at Ohio State and at Michigan State, and Illinois, Iowa, 11 a.m. Minnesota, Nico Medved, 2-1. Beat Indiana, beat Northwestern, lost at Purdue. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with Minnesota so far. They definitely look like a better run program than what they had before.
Minnesota currently up 12-3 right now on Iowa.
Yeah, they stumbled a little bit in Minnesota goes to Champaign January 17th, by the way. They stumbled a little bit in non-conference. They got blown out by Missouri, which I don't even know if that's possible, but it happened. They lost by double digits to Santa Clara and San Francisco. They lost to Stanford, lost to Purdue. That was a close game in the first half. Purdue really beat them down in the second half, but you beat Northwestern. You're up early against Iowa. USC is a winnable game. They got 3 straight Big Ten home games and then 2 straight road games. That's a weird schedule that they have 3 straight home games. But they are kind of getting some of their easier Big Ten games out of the way. But that won't be until February, so we'll see how they survive January. Yeah. There you go. Is there anything else there? Rothstein or Penn State, Maryland, Northwestern, only teams winless in Big Ten. Yeah, Northwestern's bad again. Congrats to them on sucking again.
Yeah, Rothstein predicted that no West Coast school will ever win the Big Ten Conference. Too much travel, obviously.
Is it harder in basketball than football, though?
I mean, I don't know, because it feels like they're traveling. I guess because you're gone longer, because when you travel, you're going to play like multiple games.
A longer season, yeah.
So,
but it's already happened in football once. So
Minnesota beat someone. I can't remember. They did beat somebody.
They've beaten 9 somebodies. They have 9 wins.
They beat Indiana is probably who you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Paul Davis got ejected from the Michigan State game last night. Alumni is own. He was drinking twisted tea. Apparently yelled something about somebody banging Jeffrey Anderson's wife. So good on him. He also did a press conference at like 6:30 this morning or something to apologize. So,
yeah.
All right. Power rankings of the day. This should be a good one for Ethan. Power rankings of the day. I don't know why the producer didn't put down what his is, but favorite beverage to consume while watching ball. I assume this is Illinois ball and nobody else ball, but because it can always change. I'm guessing the producers is like water, Gatorade, and like just regular tea, not twisted. That'd be my guess. So I'm gonna go seltzers at 3. I'm gonna go whiskey at 2. And if you're at the game, you're drinking beer. So beer's got to be 1. And then water, obviously, would be 1A.
Yeah, that would be my number one, probably. I do like to drink like vitamin water, or which vitamin water sounds so much healthier than it actually is, by the way. Vitamin water, or like
Body Armor.
Yeah, like a Body Armor, or something with electrolytes to get me hyped up. If I were to drink alcohol, and I'm trying to remember if I have it. I feel like I did at a Blues game. Yeah, probably at a high noon. It was probably like $14. I think I remember that now.
Definitely was $14.
Yeah, that would be the third one if I had to choose an alcoholic beverage, because I would rather like get run over by a car than drink beer.
That's fair.
Yeah. I could if I had to, I guess. But
choke one down if you had to.
I'm good at that. I've been doing
Somebody
these.
Force you to.
I've been doing these smoothies that have like,
Beer in 'em?
spinach and avocado pieces and like seed and fruit and stuff. And
Yeah, but isn't the fruit like
That's
mask
true.
all the like vegetable type stuff in those?
I think if you add a little bit of like juice or something, that helps the taste.
Do you have like a juicer, or are you just putting it in a blender?
Blender.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to drink either way, though.
A little too
It
thick.
does taste disgusting.
Oh, it's disgusting. All
Like
right.
even if you add, I'm not going to add a ton of juice because that'll just ruin the healthiness of it. But yeah, it's.
I mean, if you did like juice, like actual orange juice,
I mean,
would it?
yeah, but I would prefer like an organic something.
You should just need to buy a juicer.
No,
Okay.
too much sugar if I put too much juice in there, no matter what the juice is. But that's why trying to be healthy is not really worth it, honestly, and I hate it. So
Yeah, it's the worst.
I don't even want to try, but you got to do what you got to do. I'm also going to start running in 2026. I decided.
We're 6 days in. How many times have you ran?
Twice.
Okay. All right. That's not bad.
Yeah.
2 out of 6 ain't bad.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of illegal to start a diet before the first Monday of the new year.
I feel like diets never work, or like things
they
never
don't,
work
but-
when you do it like New Year's resolution. Like that's
I'm like 2 for 20 in those.
you have to like, it just needs to be like, okay, this is what I'm doing when you decide to do it as a grown adult.
Trying to hardcore diet never works. It just makes you want to die and not want to do anything and quit. So you got to kind of ease a little bit, I guess. First couple of weeks, you let yourself do a couple of things that you wouldn't do in the next couple of weeks because,
There you go. Yeah.
like,
Build up to the full bore diet.
Yeah, exactly. Vodka OJ.
New Year's always starts on the first Monday.
That's true.
No, what's that off of? It's got to be off of Seinfeld or something. You guys just saying that?
Why would, if January 1st is holidays, so then you go to January 2nd. If January 2nd is on a Friday,
What if it's on a Tuesday? You're waiting a whole nother week?
it's illegal. Yeah. It's actual law. Yeah.
Vitamin water has as much sugar as Coke almost.
Yeah. If you drink the vitamin water zero, it's a little bit better, but still, those things always have the sweetener in it. So yeah, try it. This country sucks. It is what it is.
Lay off the sugar and watch your carbs. You'll lose weight. Well, that means I can't eat bread or drink beer. So that sounds miserable.
You can eat bread. You just got to watch.
I like watching it go in my mouth.
I'm such a picky eater. That's really hard to.
Yeah, when you only eat like pizza.
Yeah. I wish you could live
What
like that.
else do
Get away
you
with it. Those smoothies that I was talking about,
Smoothies and pizza. That's a diet.
I mean, I'll eat like a organic pasta thing,
Okay.
but even those are probably not good for you in a way. There's an excuse for every single thing to not be good for you. So it's not even like you just got to watch how much you're eating, basically.
Chicken and rice all the time.
Even then, like there's got to use this very specific type of rice for it to be healthy. If it's white rice, it's not healthy, I think, or something, or whatever. Brown
Probably
rice, I don't know.
cauliflower rice or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Sucks.
Big 12. Did you want to go off about the Big 12?
Protein is another big thing as well. Big 12, yeah.
Congratulations, Jeffrey, losing 30 pounds. I lost 60 pounds at one time, and then I gained it all back. So,
yeah.
Cool. All right. What's your thoughts on the Big 12, Ian?
The Big 12 sucks.
Okay.
I think Kansas not being good anymore hurts that. I think Baylor not being good anymore hurts that. And now we're just stuck with like a weird thing that Arizona and BYU and Houston are there. And they're all good. And Iowa State's good. Like the conference this year has 4 really good teams. A few teams that I'm not sure about yet. And Texas Tech, I think I would still say Texas Tech is good. Like I get that, they've had some struggles. Defensively, there's some questions. All that stuff, but I still think they're good. But I have no idea about UCF. I have no idea about what Kansas and Baylor actually are. I don't think either one of them are that good. TCU, kind of a fraud team, doesn't have a very good offense. They just beat Baylor, though. Now they play Kansas, Arizona, BYU 3 in a row, so we'll see what they are. Yeah, it's sad. I think the conference sucks. Like it used to be like a big, big conference in college basketball. Like let's look at 2022. You had a 1-seed Kansas team, a 1-seed Baylor team, a 3-seed Texas Tech team. This conference just seemed to be more fun when it was Kansas and Baylor running it. And that was really kind of this decade that was the case with both of them. But now it's just like, yeah, this sucks. It's still good, but it just doesn't feel the same.
Do you think it's better now that like there's more,
they
say parity than just Kansas dominating though?
Yeah, but also the fact that Baylor's not that good anymore either. That's kind of annoying. And then like West Virginia is not a basketball program anymore. And
yeah,
now you just have these 4 teams, one of which was in the conference the entire time basically. And now we have like this weird, I don't know. It's just, there's a lot more teams now too in this conference.
Sure.
And Oklahoma and Texas are gone. And this is the freshman conference in terms of having 2 of the best with DeBansa and Flemings. And also having who I still think is the best player in the country or most dominant player in the country, that's Toppin, who hasn't reached his Illinois height this year. He had 30 against Arkansas. Hasn't gotten to that 35 mark again. He's only had one time where he's come close to making 16 twos like he did in that game. He had 14 against Arkansas. But yeah, the Big 12's annoying.
What's your thoughts on, I don't know if this was on the last episode because I didn't listen to you, Missouri beating Florida?
Didn't even know that happened.
Really?
I've been so I just not looking at the podcast Twitter account because of how slow it is. It ruined me. In terms
Missouri beat Florida 76-74.
Yeah, I should start checking the scores every night of things I missed. Yeah, I really have no comment other than what the hell's wrong with Florida.
Florida is now beating Georgia right now by 12. So I don't know.
Mizzou's back?
Maybe.
I think they'll lose their next 2, though. They're at Kentucky, at Ole Miss. I don't think Ole Miss is very good, but I think they'll beat them.
Dennis Gates thanked the media for telling him that he sucked after the Illinois game.
You should thank the Illini.
So that G League guy made his debut for college, right? Yeah, I think he's played 2 games, hasn't he, for Baylor?
It's pathetic, by the way. Baylor should be banned.
Ban him. They lost in his first game. Did he play? Nanji. He played 16 minutes, had 5 points against TCU and a loss. I don't know if he played against Arlington Baptist or not. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. His first game, they lost. He scored 5 points. So big pickup by them. Would you like to talk about the NFL this week?
No. I wish everybody well. We're not doing Sunday. I don't care who wins the game.
We're not doing Sunday.
Nope.
That's fine. It's too early in the
You
morning.
can do Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday I should be good.
Good.
So
Also, we're gonna have new chairs for the watch party, aka office chairs. I moved the things that
office
we've been using
chairs.
into my theater area, so there's no way I'm moving those back.
Oh, those
So-
are so comfortable.
So we used to have those, and then when we go to your place, we have the other chairs. Now we're in the middle of that with chairs with wheels. It'll be good, trust me.
I can bring 2 of those chairs from our building out to your house.
Good, yeah. I mean, or you could have wheels. Either way.
Yeah, might be sliding around everywhere. Who knows? Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. I keep forgetting to do this at the beginning. Go buy the merch. You can't buy an Elite hat because they're sold out because we sold so many of them, I think, or they're still sold out. So
probably, yeah.
But yeah, go buy some merch over at Fourth Wall Podcast Illini dash.
Should be on the front of our YouTube channel too.
Yeah, find it on the YouTube channel. Producer note: Ethan knows ball segment canceled until further notice.
I've been dominating so much that
you can't even come up with stuff to stump you. So, yeah, but we will be live Thursday. Maybe do call-ins.
Essentially, yeah. Do you want to do a movie segment now or no?
Is that a thing that we do now?
I thought about doing it in the last episode, but there's nobody in the chat.
Oh, chat. Do you want us to talk about movies now? How about Stranger Things finale? You want to talk about that?
It's hard to talk about a show that you've never seen.
And everybody thinks that there's going to be a new episode that drops tomorrow because the ending was so bad that they wanted a different ending or something. Bootzilla says college ball, college sports in general is kind of ruined.
Yeah, that's true.
What happened to Ethan Carter's Sports World channel? He's moved everything over here.
Yeah, I don't need to use that bullshit anymore. Nobody's watching anyway. It doesn't matter.
What movies have you watched recently, Ethan?
Great question. Great question. Let me see. I watched
that Timothée Chalamet movie that you told everybody to watch, right?
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
Is that in theaters or is it on Netflix?
Yeah, theaters. Don't disrespect Netflix or
what?
Thinking people would go to Netflix like that. That's fucked up. I've watched 12 movies in 2026 so far. I finally got around to watching my 4K Criterion disc of Punch Drunk Love, which I think is like a very, very not talked about Adam Sandler performance, which I think is great. Nobody talks about that. My number 4 Paul Thomas Anderson movie, who, by the way, probably going to win Best Director at the Oscars finally this year for One Battle After Another. So good for him. I rewatched Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse 2018. Great culture movie. Like, for that movie to come out at the time it did, I thought it was perfect. Perfect movie for 2018. The year that I graduated high school, of course, folks. I mean, who could forget? Let's see. Bootzilla saw Marty Supreme. It was good. At the end of the movie, a woman asked, "Did you hate that as much as I did?" Wow. Who would say that? Marty Supreme is a very much like you need to know what you're getting into and you need to know how Josh Safdie and his brother, I mean, his brother wasn't involved with this one, but how they've directed movies in the past. I think you also probably need to like Uncut Gems to like Marty Supreme for the most part.
Is he a gambler?
What?
Is Marty Supreme a gambler?
No, but it's just like a very, like, stylistically, they're very similar.
Cheesang says Hummer hoodie's still well stocked, by the way. So
he does kind of gamble on himself, but it's not like actual, gambling. And there's actually a scene with gambling, I will say.
Duke is making a comeback on Louisville, 53-52. Michigan is up 7 against Penn State. Iowa is now leading 17-16. Just to update you guys.
Yeah.
Why we're talking movies.
You definitely need to like or watch Uncut Gems to get Marty Supreme. That's a fair point. And I think that goes even further back, with Good Time in 2017.
Did you say it was the same guy, producer, or
same director?
Yeah. I don't know whatever. Okay.
And I also, on New Year's Eve, I finally got around to watching my 4K disc of Boogie Nights, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know if you've seen it.
I think so.
I mean, it's just an all-time great movie in every single sense of the word. It's my number 2 Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Of course, number 1 is There Will Be Blood, which I've watched twice this year. I need to watch it a third time. The producer asked thoughts on Kevin O'Leary's acting debut. I thought he was really good, but I don't think they asked him to do a ton. Where, like, by that I mean there's a scene where he's doing something ridiculous, but he plays kind of himself, which is an asshole character. So I think that really fit him well, and I think that was a seamless transition. I also, the second time I saw it in theaters, I enjoyed the performance of Odessa Asian quite a bit more than the first time. Because I think the first time I was very focused on like how Chalamet is on a different planet compared to pretty much every other actor in his generation right now as a leading man. But yeah, I noticed that more the second time. So I also watched the Korean thriller No Other Choice, which came out last year, directed by Park Chan-wook. I watched that January 1st. So it was a good movie. William H. Macy, underrated character. I think William H. Macy has the best line in the movie, probably because it's a line that he messes up and they use the cut that he messed up. And the way that, William H. Macy goes out, noble, I would say. Don't want to spoil the movie, the 28-year-old movie for everybody, or 29-year-old movie. I saw Night Moves, my Criterion disc of Night Moves. 1975 Gene Hackman film. Excellent. I know that Bootzilla watched The Conversation last year. I remember seeing his Letterboxd review on that. Another great Hackman movie in the 70s. Have you seen The Town?
Never heard of it.
Great Jeremy Renner performance in that film.
What's it about?
It's a heist, like a Boston heist movie, directed by Ben Affleck. Pretty good. Not great though. Not I wouldn't go out of control over it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't know what I was going to say.
It's unfortunate.
I rewatched Miracle as well. January 1st. Good film. It's actually the first movie of the year for me, Miracle. Kurt Russell.
Wow.
Any movies you're really looking forward to this year? Because there are some big ones. Like franchise movies coming out, some big ones.
Me?
Yeah, I mean, like the Avengers movies.
I mean, I've watched them with my son. But
Doomsday coming out in December.
Yeah, we'll probably go see that. Sure.
Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
Oh, there's new Spider-Man coming out.
Yeah, then next year is the third installment of the Miles Morales ones.
Sunflower.
It's true, yeah. I rewatched the first one on Saturday. And then The Odyssey. Have you seen anything about that?
I think I saw people complaining that they weren't in actual real gear or something. I don't know.
People are stupid. Disclosure Day is Spielberg movie. Got a trailer in December. It's exciting. Devil Wears Prada 2.
Nope. Are they making a Housemaids 2 or whatever you went and saw?
Yeah, they are. Huge box office performance for that movie. That's really the main reason, I'm sure.
Is there is there 2 books or like how?
Great question. I have no idea.
I'll have to ask my wife.
I think it made, I don't know how much money it made if anybody wants to check the box office numbers, but it made a lot of money. Avatar's made like $1 billion, I think.
Dune 3 and Doomsday come out the same day. They're calling it Doomsday. Man, I have watched Dune 1 and Dune 2, and they are so slow.
So you don't have an appreciation for Denis Villeneuve's filmmaking?
Oh, I don't know.
Have you seen Sicario?
Seen what?
Sicario?
I don't think so.
You should watch that if you ever go on a Denis Villeneuve kick.
Hey, well, it's still nice out. Go mount a light on the garage. Want to see Ethan's display of free throws?
No. Do it Thursday. It's gonna rain, but we can still do it.
It's supposed to rain Thursday, like all day.
I don't know if Dune 3
tomorrow.
I don't know if we can. I don't know if Dune 3 and Doomsday are actually going to come out on the same day. I still think that they'll change that. Trying to think of anything else that's coming out that you might have heard of or no. Devil Wears Prada 2. Did I say that one yet?
Yeah, I don't. It sounds pretty female-y to me.
There's nothing wrong with that. You didn't like, have you seen Lady Bird? You didn't like Lady Bird?
I don't know what that is.
You're not looking forward to Digger with Tom Cruise?
I haven't. What's that about? It's a comedy?
Yeah, which is weird, but the most powerful man in the world embarks on a frantic mission to prove he's humanity's savior before the disaster he's unleashed destroys everything. This is Alejandro Inarritu, who directed Leonardo DiCaprio's best actor performance in The Revenant. But this also, you look at the cast. It has Tom Cruise, John Goodman, Jesse Plemons, Sandra Huller. Interesting cast, but yeah, it's just good to see Tom Cruise in a non-franchise movie.
Toy
about
Story 5?
Yeah, Michael Jackson movie.
No.
The 6th Hunger Games movie.
Shrek 5.
Have you seen any of the Hunger Games movies?
Yeah, I've seen them all.
New one coming in November. Did you watch The Social Network?
Yeah.
Social Reckoning coming out this year.
What's that about?
It is about
If Tyler hated the first two dudes, the third movie is supposed to be really slow. Ugh.
It's a whistleblower movie. Facebook.
Have you seen Dune 1 and Dune 2?
I have not, which I'm going to watch them both this year before the third one. But
man, make sure you drink a lot of caffeine before you start.
I like long movies.
It's not that it's long. It's that they're literally just walking around a desert doing freaking nothing. So slow.
Sounds like The Brutalist, except The Brutalist was, more brutal probably.
What town do you guys live in Southern Illinois? I know it's south of Peoria. I can't believe this weather this year.
We live in Chicago.
Just south of Springfield.
I ran into somebody at Lambeau Field this year who was from Springfield, and I was kind of shocked.
Really?
Because I was trying to tell him, or he asked me where I was from, and I kind of didn't want to tell him exactly, and then he knew exactly where it was. I was like, wow, that is kind of surprising.
Do I like any of the Avatar movies? I mean, I liked the first one, but I watched it like when it came out. So what was that, 13 years ago, 15 years ago? And I haven't watched the other ones.
2009 or something, yeah. I don't know if I would say I like them. I'm fine with them.
I mean, I really liked the first one. I just, I don't remember. I remember, I liked the ending. I'm a big endings guy. Like, if a movie doesn't end well, I hate it. So
you should watch Begonia.
I could care what happened throughout the whole thing, as long as it ends well.
Emma Stone in Begonia. It's on Peacock. It just came to Peacock 2 weeks ago. It has one of the more controversial endings of the year, so you should check that out.
So I'm either gonna love it or hate it. Is what you're telling
me? I think you'll hate it, but also
great.
Yeah, it is a good movie. All right, well, I think we've done enough here. We'll talk more about movies on Thursday, I'm sure, if Illinois is blowing them out, especially. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see everybody on Thursday. Follow the Twitter at Podcast Lina. And
I'm gonna go eat some pizza.
There you go.
See you later.
We'll see everybody next night. Underwood.
Thin ice.